Groundhog Day, everybody.
Everybody.
So it's a new month, which means it's a new girl on my calendar. What?
I thought we were here to talk about a new segment.
But not the new girl. Oh, the segment!
Dude.
Are you talking about Dying Light? So recently down at PAX, Dying Light has been officially released. Now, Dying Light, a zombie survival game, shock and awe, another one, a game where you have to try to guess, survive, and try to guess again with hordes of zombies.
Oh.
Nice, but here's the kicker.
Oh.
Here's the kicker. You can use parkour. Like legitimate parkour.
So is it going to be like an Assassin's Creed with zombies?
And
or
yes. Okay. So actually, this was compared when the game was talked about being released. There were some people who said they were getting the Assassin's Creed instead of this. I tell you, Assassin's Creed has gone downhill. First of all, it has. Second of all, the guy who created parkour was hired to work with the team of this game. I don't know his name because who cares? It's just the guy who invented it. In order for a game to be reviewed before the game's released, you have to give out a review code. The problem with that is the company did not give anybody review codes, meaning nobody could review the game. But you know what they did? They gave it to YouTubers.
okay, I can kind of see what they're saying there.
I can't, because you know what happens with YouTube reviews? Two things happen. Either you're really one-sided, or you have no side. And that's my problem with the YouTube reviews.
Okay.
Now that was a bad problem in itself. But coming up to the 12-hour mark before the game is released, they decided to give the review codes out then. Meaning, the week-long time it takes to review a game is after the game is already out.
Well, if you can do it in a week, you can do it in 12 hours, right?
I don't think that's how that works exactly. But don't let this knock the game, because honestly, this silly, should I say, mistake should not knock what is going to be a really exciting game. I saw some of the playthrough, and you'll be seeing it right now, and it looks like a really awesome game. The storyline is really interesting, and the actual survival of the game is finally kind of realistic for once.
Okay.
Not in the aspect of a set storyline, not the Walking Dead video game, which is awesome and all means.
By Telltale, I haven't played the other one.
Number 2? I haven't played season 2 yet.
No, there's another game.
Oh, you mean the one
other
with
than
Norman
Telltale.
Reedus, right?
Yeah. I don't know. It's not by Telltale. I haven't played it.
Yeah,
I've
it's the one
only
that
played
follows
the
Norman
Telltale
Reedus, and it's not very good on that either.
I haven't heard either way on it.
Anyways, so what you're seeing... Oh, okay, right there.
What are you doing in here?
You have to go. My daddy's sick and really angry and he'll hurt you.
Hey, it's okay.
No, please go. Go before he hurts us both.
That's a British Clementine right there. That is... Yeah, that's all I have to say. Cody, you had something to talk about... I believe something that also is involved in PAX.
Oh, baby. All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Hit me up.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure last time I was wearing a Fallout related T-shirt with the Nuka-Cola.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite shirts. Yeah. Anyhow, so I'm here to talk about Fallout 4. Yeah, I know. The internet has been up and down for years since Fallout 3 has
did you say Fallout 4? Fallout 4. Did you say Fallout 4?
I did say Fallout 4.
4. Which means we're possibly at the Segment 4! Welcome to Segment 4-4s, where we talk about our two favorite games that are ironically both fourth in the genre! So, Cody, you're talking about what 4?
Fallout
4.
Fallout 4.
For the 4.
4 to 4 to 40. 40
Do the Fallout 4.
4. It's been talked about forever since the release of Fallout 3, and now I have some news for you. The engine that they're going to be using is the Skyrim engine. I think it's called the Creation Engine.
Yep.
They're going to be, that's going to be great, because modders will be able to mod it and continue to. It's not going to be a closed source engine. They're not going to be after memorizing new assets or anything.
Thank God.
No official announcement on the release date, however, so welcome to Bethesda. You can tell they're kind of working on it, if not a little bit, by hiring new programmers and the like for an unknown big project that has not been announced. Possibility of being it in Boston, evidence being they kind of fleshed out the region with the Commonwealth being at MIT, the DLC kind of being in the area, and they kind of like put in some lore up there. So why let that go to waste?
Right.
And frankly, Boston's a cool place. 3 Dogs! It's coming back, hopefully, along with a couple other DJs.
More DJs.
Yeah, they might be doing several radio stations instead of just the 2 or 3 if you get the lady in Fallout 3.
Wait, get the lady.
The lady who plays violin and find the violin, she's like...
Oh!
And this one is for my friend with the guitar.
Tom Perlman, the dude who says war never changes.
And war never changes.
He may not be coming back. I say may because in his Reddit Ask Me Anything, he says he doesn't have any video games on the horizon. So that could mean non-disclosure document, they already recorded it, or he just doesn't want to say. You, as the player, might be saying that part in the intro after you wake up from cryogenic sleep. That is a intro that they're thinking about.
That'd be different, that's for sure.
I personally support that because you can see through the player's perspective a lot easier instead of like feeling awkward like, well, I lived in the area for a long time. Why am I asking about local lore and about different factions and stuff?
That's also why like Fallout 3 worked so well.
Yeah.
Because you didn't know the area.
Yeah, you didn't know anything, and your character didn't know anything about the Wasteland either, so you were learning with them, and you kind of grew together like a young child and a puppy.
I just have to say, because I have to get it off my chest, couldn't have we made New Vegas a DLC, people?
Well, to be fair, they didn't have very much time to make the game.
And that's my problem, and that's why I was upset about Mass Effect 3 and so many other games is I'd rather have you spend the time than just pump out some poop.
Right. I
You know?
totally agree with you. Overall, I enjoyed the game the same as, Fallout 3 and the Capital Wasteland. Mainly because it was a new area. The new area kind of gave, everything a clean slate. They didn't have to cater to anything.
That's true.
But, it could have been a lot better. That'd be cool to see when we're older if they redo the old games.
Oh, like they did with
Aren't they redoing Doom?
they redid Doom, and they recently did Metro Redux,
Oh yeah, that's right. They
Yep.
did just a high definition redo.
which for number 2 didn't really make sense because it was
Yeah.
recently released. But
Right.
number 1 was kind of cool.
Yeah, Metro 2033.
2033.
It looks like it made a huge difference just in the texture quality and stuff like
Yep,
that.
and Last Light, it was just like, oh hey, the one map looks better.
Oh, neat.
Good for you.
That's it's pretty cool.
It's pretty neat. I'm a huge fan of Mass Effect. Like beyond okay. Anyways, we all know that it's pretty dang obvious by this point that Mass Effect 4 is almost 100%, and by almost 100%, I mean it is 100% confirmed, Mass Effect 4. But pretty much everybody out there who's listening who knows what Mass Effect is might be hating me right now for calling it Mass Effect 4. But what the f*** else am I going to call it? Alright.
Why would it be Fallout 4 instead of Fallout 5?
Well, people are getting upset because, and the owners did,
Yeah.
they said it's not Mass Effect 4. Because the main character, Shepard, is not in this. It's unconfirmed if it's a prequel before Shepard or if it's after Shepard, but somehow Shepard is not involved, I guess. Okay. Now, before we get anywhere else, I'd just like to say, if you all play Mass Effect 1, you know what the Mako is. Well, hello, Mako, you are coming back and you are in Mass Effect 4. In a review back in the fall, in a Twitch live stream, we had some views of the game in the making, and we saw some clips, and they talked about the Mako coming back. Now, that is exciting, but what is more exciting is they said vehicles, not vehicle, which means possibly more than just the Mako. Considering the Mako doesn't have a gun anymore, that would make sense. There is little to no info coming out on the Majestic Game Series companion, Mass Effect 4. The only known knowledge we have is our lovable character Shepard will not be coming back. We have seen some small videos, and we've had plenty of fan guesses of what's going to happen in the game, including us being our own race. I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to choose something. I'm pretty sure we're going to be a human race because, let's be honest, that's the easiest route to go with the series. And we've also heard a few Twitter leaks. Shinobi 602. But we have some solid information that this summer at E3, we finally will hear some solid shiats that is amazing about this gem. At least we can think that the longer it takes, the longer and better chance it will be that it won't be like Mass Effect 3. Enter offended and opinionated comment below. Maybe I'm indoctrinated by hating the ending, but really countless hours in love for this game thrown away in a few minutes. BioWare, really? But for sure, we're told by this guy, the game will be out by 2016. But then again, BioWare said that about Mass Effect 3, which was delayed because of, guess again, packaging.
As we start designing the next Mass Effect game, we start by asking fans what they want.
I don't know if that's too rushed for my pals over at BioWare, but if it's anything like Mass Effect 2, I'll pay grands, stacks, and lots of ice. That's a thing, right? That was in an old pop song back in middle school. That's money, right?
Are there babies?
I don't know.
Are there 2 ices and a baby?
I don't know what's going on.
Just say them in a row.
Ice. Oh, you son of a... Anyways, I will pay a ton for a pre-order of Mass Effect 4. And if I do this again, and it happens to be like Mass Effect 3, I will have lost all respect for BioWare. Don't lose my respect, please.
Well, to be fair, the Dragon Age series is pretty awesome.
I haven't touched that series.
You need to.
I know. If I like Mass Effect,
Dabble.
I should dabble. We previously talked about PAX South. Well, guys, we have a list of things that happened at PAX, and I'm going to throw it out right now. So, some games we should be paying attention to that was given out at PAX. Now, if you guys haven't heard about the game Tug, that's dubbed that, but it's actually called the Untitled Game. It's a sandbox MMORPG. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me right. That is a sandbox MMORPG. It seems to be going good for Nerd Kingdom at the time, until recently we found out that all their funding has gone down the boober, and they've had to fire a ton of people on their staff. That's what you get when you go by fan funding.
Is that, like crowdfunding?
Yeah.
So, what's going to happen to that? Is that going to go by? Or?
In an interview that happened at PAX, it was some mentioning about the game possibly being finished, but they didn't give a certain... They didn't say it was going to be finished. Yeah. But they did have almost a complete game that multiple people did play and said it was very entertaining. Okay. So we don't know. All the thing we do know for sure is that they lost a bunch of people on their team, and I'm sorry about that. Now, this is the big one, guys. Holy Ant Tacos on a hat. Borderlands 3. Yes, Gearbox did drop a huge hint at PAX South about Borderlands 3, but the problem was the hint that they aren't working on it, but they feel like they should be. You heard me right. The good thing is, this is your chance to get into the Borderlands Gearbox group because, quote unquote, from an interview, we want to think about the future and we want to think about the next Borderlands. It is as we're going to... Let's try that again. We want to think about the future and we want to think about what the next Borderlands is, and we're going to need some help. This is the Gearbox CEO, Randy Pitchford. And also, he tweeted on his Twitter, out of his twitting mouth, he said, "We are recruiting for the next Borderlands. This is a big one. Industry badass ? Email me at heyrandy@gearboxsoftware.com. So he just ate the email. If you want to be on the Borderlands Gearbox team, you can possibly email him with ideas, and they're hiring right now.
Yeah, so like you and I could be hired if we're whatever. You don't need no cred.
You need no cred, no street cred for the Borderlands.
Oh my God.
Yo. And at the same time, I felt like we were neglecting it. At the same time happening was MagFest, where they do audio engineering, music engineering, and video games on the same spot. Sounds like a place for me. The only reason I ignored it was because of some tweets that happened. There were some tweets directed by fans of MagFest that were there at PAX about how PAX is a bunch of jerks and how they should not be running.
I feel like you should just enjoy video games and create a giant brotherhood. And yeah.
Yes, and that's how it should be, but for some reason our fan base and gaming is not great. But some quick little information on MagFest. It's been around since 2002, which means it's its 14th year in the running. Good for you, MagFest. All right. That's pretty much it, because to be honest, PAX did a way better job of putting their information out. I almost found nothing on MagFest, except that there were some cool DJs.
Neat.
Oh, and the Game Grumps rep MagFest.
Oh. Mark mentioned that they were next door to the Game Grumps during his panel. So they might have been there like Saturday and then gone
to both. That would be
Sunday.
clever. That makes sense.
My turn? Is it my turn?
Go ahead.
I get to talk about a game. Did we mention it in the last video?
We did not.
Well, there's this. I think it's a kind of cool game. It's called Evolve. It's gonna be like a giant boss battle. So you and your buddies can group up. It's kind of so how it works is you got 4 hunters and you have 1 monster. Everybody is controlling of like a character, so there's no computer involved. So hunters, you're going to want to kill the monster early in the game. The monster is going to want to take the objective away from the hunters, and he's going to be avoiding them in the beginning. So what he's going to do is he's going to go around, he's going to kill, like monsters or whatever. He's going to nibble the giblets, and if he nibbles enough giblets, he'll level up and kind of evolve. Get it? Yeah. And so the 4 classes, there's going to be 4 classes. I like classes. So there's going to be medic, assault, support, and trapper. So we got the medic who does medic things, assault who does assault things, support does support things. Trapper, the thing that he does is he kind of like sets up a giant dome that kind of like sets the monster in. Yeah, that's kind of the thing about Evolves. It's kind of a new concept. It's kind of like a MOBA, like LOL and such, with like you got 1 hero that goes against 4 different heroes. Yeah, you kind of get everything wrapped in one.
Mm-hmm. Coolio.
Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot of people that I know were super pumped for Evolve. It is a very different thing, which could possibly make it a big standing in the industry.
It looks, from what I've seen, gameplay, it looks okay. Has some kinks, some sort of balancing issues, but nothing that can be kinked out with a couple patches or something. So
there you go. Okay, if you guys didn't check, we post every day. Well, start posting every day on Facebook the game, video game history of the day.
Yeah.
Just to get that out for you guys. And remember, we post every 2 weeks, so this is our 2-week mark, and we'll just keep doing that.
Yeah, comment on things you want to see us do in the future, what you didn't like in this video, so we can make it better to better entertain you.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget to click, comment, and possibly share it so all your friends can get this fun information, news, and such as well.
Who doesn't like plaid?
I like plaid.
I like plaid,
I
too.
like plaid.
Plaid is nice.
Plaid. We're being like normal news people. Where is my coffee mug? Let me shuffle my papers really quick.
Yeah, you can. Yep, there you go. Let me shuffle mine.
Oh, God.
Yep. That's the shuffling the shuffle. Look at that.
What the hell is that?
It's really old. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.